Oh my God. They just melt in your mouth. When I try making chocolate chip cookies, they literally always turn out like cake. Hi, I'm Stephanie. I'm a beginner baker.
Hey, I'm Chef Julie. I am a pastry chef and I've been baking since I was 6. We're starting this channel as a pro and a beginner so you can see that it is possible to grow into the baker that you want to be. Welcome to season 1, episode 1 of cookie making. So in this episode, I'm going to teach her step by step how to make the best chocolate chip cookies ever. We have already laid out our mise en place. And that's these bowls and the eggs and stuff. And that is the mise en place is so you can have consistent cookies every single time. And so you make sure that you don't forget an ingredient in the process. Let's get started. We have a high-fat butter right here, and this is 2 sticks of butter, so that's what you'll need. Yes, room temperature is very important because you want to make sure that all the ingredients get mixed in together at the same time and they come together evenly. So yes, we're going to just cream the butter. You can put it probably just 1 above stir. Yes, and if you don't have an unsalted butter at your house, you can always add salted butter and take out half the salt. Remember, my teacher always said, the better the scraper, the better the baker. And that's so that you can make sure that you don't have like a dollop of butter up at the top that never got mixed in because you didn't scrape the bowl far or hard enough. Well, now we're gonna add the 2 sugars. So we're gonna add the brown sugar and the white sugar. And then we're gonna cream those together with the butter. We don't wanna overmix the sugars and the butter together too much because when you overmix the butter, it makes your cookie flat. So you wanna make sure that you don't overwhip the butter. So now you wanna scrape again. And then at this point, we're gonna crack 2 eggs. If you happen to get an eggshell in there, you can use the eggshell itself to scrape the eggshell out. It's the easiest way to get it out. I learned that on some YouTube channel, I don't know what, but I am so grateful for that little tip. So now I'm passing along to you. All right, so when you dump the egg in, you only wanna dump 1 at a time. So you only dump enough for the yolk to spill out.
Whoa!
You can just, yeah.
That's fancy. And then turn it back on?
Yep.
1 above stir?
Yep, I think that's a good place for cookie mixing.
And we stir until there's no more shine
From the egg, yeah.
from the egg.
Like when you can tell that it's just mixed in.
And then do I scrape?
Yeah, in between each step you want to scrape. Because you want to make sure there's no like glop of egg down at the bottom because there's a lot of stuff, especially if you have like a stand mixer, they can collect stuff down at the bottom. So you want to make sure that you scrape that out. You'll actually use the vanilla as well. I call it a dollop and that's basically a teaspoon. You can measure it out, but I use vanilla bean paste. So it is a high quality vanilla. Is you'll mix the flour and the baking soda and the salt together in the same bowl. Okay. Yep, and then you'll use that little whisk to combine it all together in there.
Salt. So why do you whisk it versus?
Because you want to make sure that it's dispersed throughout the flour so that way you don't have like a chunk of baking powder in one spot that didn't get mixed in properly to the batter. So you just mix them all in together. So you put the flour into the batter, you can definitely overmix.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you how I do it because I'm teaching you. So I'm going to show you my way. So we're going to put in half of the flour. And you want to mix until the flour is almost mixed in, but you can still see some dry. So this you'll want to mix until the flour is just barely mixed in. But the way I'm doing it right now is the way to get the most chewy cookie that you could possibly get without having to like under bake it.
This is like 2 cups?
It's 2 cups, yeah. And that's it. And we'll put them on a cookie sheet. Technically, you would want to wait at least 1 to 2 hours. Sometimes I even wait 2 days to cook my chocolate chip cookies because when it sits in the fridge, the flavors all meld together. So it's better for any cookie dough to put it in the fridge for a certain amount of time. But for video purposes, we're just gonna cook it. Stephanie just made her first batch of cookies ever, and she's going to try her very first successful hopefully successful. We'll find out. Cookie.
Cheers, here we go.
Cheers.
Oh my God. They just melt in your mouth.
I want to thank you guys all for checking out our first episode ever of me teaching Stephanie how to make chocolate chip cookies. Be sure to click on the notification bell to subscribe below if you enjoyed this video and you want to watch some more of us. Let us know in the comments if you guys learned anything new today. And be sure to stay tuned for next week's episode, which is going to be oatmeal raisin cookies. And you're not going to want to miss that because it is going to blow your family's mind. Be sure to subscribe and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.